I picked motorcycles because it's a dramatic example of shifting demography. Dramatic example. How many people here, and most of you are boomers, I bet most of the people here were born 1945 to 1964, am I right? No. Yes. I tell the jokes, okay? Let's get that straight right up front. How many people here had men, because we know women didn't ride them. How many people here had Japanese bikes? Raise your hands. We had a few that will admit to it. American Honda. We picked up American Honda as a client in 1979. That's right about here. This chart, incidentally, represents all motorcycle sales for the period of 1973 until really the present. This giant block here represents about 1 million units a year motorcycle sales. Just to put that in perspective, new car sales is around 18 million. So it's a significant number. Motorcycle sales cruising along wonderfully. We printed money with American Honda. We had 130 dealers from the tip of Maine to Pittsburgh down to Washington, D.C. Printed money. The bikes came in from Japan. We put them in the dealerships. Boom, they sold. Funny thing happened in 1986. The bikes came in. We put them in the dealerships, and there was no boom. Nothing happened. I got a call from Honda. Ken, did you run the ads? Yeah. Well, you've been stabbed in the heart in business. You guys know that feeling when something goes really south? Well, that was the feeling that I had. Just before we continue on, I want to make another point here. Anybody know why motorcycle sales spiked back in the early 70s? Actually, it wasn't gas. Easy Rider. I'll tell you, you get somebody to do a movie about real estate, you'll sell houses. You think I'm kidding? You think I'm kidding? This spike here, what movie was that? The Need for Speed. Top Gun, yeah, he was Tom Cruise. Folks, isn't it weird how we get our information from Hollywood? Hollywood can't make a marriage last over a long weekend, but they're going to tell us what to do, right? It makes me ill. Give you an example. What's that? A Dalmatian. Who does movies about Dalmatians? Okay, now we're probably coming up on 101 Dalmatians 13, aren't we? It's a great dog, right? It's small and it's cuddly and it's perfect for kids. This dog, is it? No! This dog is as strong as a pit bull, has the brain the size of a walnut, and bites. But Disney says, what does Disney say to us? Every parent has this obligation after your kids go to watch the movie, they want a Dalmatian. Oh, yeah, what's this nice little dog? It doesn't bite anybody in the movie. Where do they end up? They end up in the pound after. I'll tell you this, it's like clockwork, I'm told. The movie comes out, 3 months later, go to your dog pound. What do you see? You see that. Because it got big and it's very, very strong. What happened to motorcycle sales? Why did motorcycle sales go from, in 1986 and 87, 1 million units a year? By 1992, motorcycle sales for Honda, Kawasaki, Suzuki, and Yamaha had fallen 80%. 80. The market was done, wiped out. The dealers closed. Some of you remember that. There's only the people that had outboard motors and lawnmowers stayed in business. They closed. Why? How could that be? This is why. This is your life. This is a chart that I discovered 12 years ago that changed my thinking forever, because this is the landscape of the United States. And incidentally, Connecticut is essentially exactly 1% of the population of the United States. Right on the money. And the demographics are the same. 1945, 1964, it's about 80 million of them. Not too much immigration going on during that period. Huge, huge generation with a very important phenomena that's taken place for the boomers. Boomers have an interesting economy, do they not? First of all, the largest transfer of wealth in the history of the world took place when the GI generation, their parents, left them money. It was close to $10 trillion with a T. Trillion. Consumer spending for a year is $7 trillion. Gross domestic products is about $12 trillion. Just to put it in perspective, huge, huge amount of money. The boomer economy, credit cards, $1 trillion in debt, trillion. Inherit their parents' money, refinance their houses. You take those away, you don't have much, folks. It's a little spooky. But we're a resilient nation, are we not? I mean, we recover from even the greatest adversity, and we'll talk about that. But a monstrous transfer of wealth took place here. That's the baby boomers. Anybody here born 1957 and will admit it? Okay, that's the year more people were born in the United States than any other year in our history. 4.3 million people. We know a lot about you based on that because you had to compete for everything because there were so many of you. It's as simple as that. This generation, or this tip right here that's over 4 million live births, dictates markets. Back to motorcycles. Who buys motorcycles? Motorcycles are bought by men 16 to 24 years old. We knew that. Not Harleys. Forget about Harleys and BMWs. Different. We're talking about bikes that would do 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, capable of 140 miles an hour. Scary bikes. Only people with death wishes will ride them. 16 to 24 years old was the demographic, and it was men, not women. When the baby boomers exited in 1986, when that exited the motorcycle market, it erased it. Why do people not ride bikes after 24? What happens? What's that? They get married. What's the average age you get married in the United States? 26. You sell a bike, get a ring, get married at 26, right? See, a lot of rings here were bought with motorcycle money.